Hi friends, got Q&A today with the famous grandma and grandpa. So we asked you for some questions a couple of weeks ago. We answered some last week and we're going to answer the rest of them today. What do you like to do in your free time, Grandma?
Well, we're busy going to plays and recitals and concerts and basketball and soccer games of our grandkids. That's one thing that keeps us busy. We volunteer at the local museum. We teach a children's class at our church on Sunday. And of course, we have our hobbies. Grandpa has a lot of projects, and I do too. I like lots of creative projects. One thing I like to do is make things from clay, like this little statue that I made. And I like to make jewelry from clay, just fun things. I like to make little books. How about you?
I like to play chess, pickleball, ping pong. Those are some of my favorite things to do. Okay. What's your favorite food restaurant, Grandma?
There are some things that I can't eat, so I like buffet restaurants a lot because there's usually a good selection and something that I can enjoy. So those are my favorites.
Yeah, on our first date, we went to Sizzler, and we've been going there for about the last 32 years, so that's going to be my answer. Okay. What are your favorite recipes to cook and eat?
I like to bake. I like baking cakes and cookies and pies, things like that. It's hard to choose a favorite recipe. My favorite thing to eat goes way back to when I was a child, and my dad made us, he didn't cook very often, but when he did, he'd make us noodles, very fine noodles with bacon and tuna. And it's still my favorite thing to eat. And chocolate chip cookies. How about you?
One of the things that I've done for a long time is when we have family, we cook 7-Up chicken. We marinate chicken in soy sauce and vegetable oil and 7-Up. And everybody likes it even after all these years. So I'm going to have to say that's my favorite one. Okay. How old are you?
Oh, are ladies supposed to tell how old they are? I'm 69.
Well, I've celebrated my 29th birthday for the last 44 years, if you can figure that one out. What wisdom do you have to give?
Well, I know one thing that we've talked about lots of times is don't sweat the small stuff. As you get older, you realize that a lot of things that you once thought were important really are not so important. Another thing that I would say is connect with your faith. If you're a person of faith, connect with your faith. Do that a little bit each day in the morning if you can. Pray, read your scriptures. Those kind of things help to fill your bucket again after it gets drained from the day before. Those are some things that come to mind.
Yeah, there's so many good things to say, but one thing I like to think of is, or tell people to do, is greet each day with gladness. Each day presents a new opportunity for adventure and serve others, and so that's some good.
Another thing that's really nice, I think, is if you can have a gratitude journal so that you're kind of looking for positive things during the day, positive things that happen, and then you can record those and kind of look back on those. I think that's helpful.
That's a good one. What were some fun things you did in college?
You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
I was in a singing group, a couple of singing groups at college. I really enjoyed that. We toured a little bit or did some fun things. I also enjoyed, I was with a church group that went to Disneyland every spring break, and that was fun. That was one of the most fun things I did in college.
I'd have to say going to football and basketball games at BYU, and yeah, going to those kinds of things. What are your favorite movies?
My favorite movie is my very favorite movie of all is The Great Escape. It's been my favorite since 4th grade. I'm fascinated by that story. That's my favorite. I've got a few others but that's my number one.
My number one is It's a Wonderful Life. So that's a good one.
That's a great one.
Most of you have probably seen that. Okay. How can you live happily when you get old? By money or by anything else? That's what somebody asked. So how do you want to answer that, Grandma?
Well, I think when you get older, as we kind of said before, you realize that money doesn't matter so much. You need a certain amount to be able to live, but you don't need so much to make you happy. It's more about the relationships that you've made, and I think always looking forward and trying to have something new on the horizon that you're trying to do, something new you're trying to learn, or something new that you're trying to accomplish, gives you something to look forward to. And those are some thoughts that come to mind.
Yeah, having money just creates a new set of problems. So I don't think money can buy happiness, and maybe that's why we don't have very much money, is because that hasn't been what our number one goal has been. So
But we have enough to get by, and we're very grateful for that.
Okay, what's your most memorable vacation, Grandma?
I was just thinking about that today. We talked about that last time, didn't we?
Did we?
We did. We talked about it last time, so you might have to go back to last week's to look at it.
Okay. You got any more questions?
That's all. Wait a minute. Oh, we talked about that one last week too. I thought someone asked us about our favorite books. What's your favorite book?
Favorite book. The Greatest Salesman in the World is a good one. I read that first when I started school, and I memorized the 10 or 11 things that you should do each day. And when I was going from my car to my first class, I would recite those things. And so I've kind of built my life around some of those ideas from that book. What about you?
I think when I was a child, I loved the Little House on the Prairie series. I loved that so much that as an adult, I even gave presentations on that to school classes and church groups and things. I think All the Light We Cannot See was probably the book that got me most excited. If you've seen this series on Netflix, you still need to read the book because it's much different. But that was one that really made an impression on me.
Okay. We're so excited to have you guys with us today, and you've made a big difference in our lives, and we hope to make a difference in your lives. Look for opportunities to serve others. There's a lot of people around us that need a lot of help. So if you just pray and ask Heavenly Father to direct you to someone to help, you'll be amazed at what happens. So love you guys. Hope to see you again soon on Grandpa Reads the Comics. Love you.
Bye.